Chat, YouTube, it's Deck Tech time. This time for some black-white Dawgmoth featuring Aether Vial. Pretty cool little list that we got here. With 3 copies of Ephemerate to go with our Solitudes and our Flickerwisps and a lot of our ETB stuff. We got 3 copies of Fatal Push for some removal, a couple copies of Thoughtseize for some hand disruption, 4 copies of Aether Vial so we can cheat on mana, 4 dogs, 4 overlords, of course. We got the 1 White Orchid Phantom that we can go tutor out in the Eldrazi matchup, a couple copies of Emperor Bones to recur Overlord or Solitude, whatever we want, really. You can also tutor it out with Recruit with Guard, which is pretty nice. A couple copies of Orcish Bowmasters, which I think is a pretty strong card in this meta with all the energy running around. Kills Ocelot, Pride, kills Ragavan, does a lot of good stuff in both of those matchups, especially when they're playing Seasoned Pyromancer. 1 copy of Aven Interrupter that we can tutor out against. Well, it used to be really good against Underworld Breach, but Underworld Breach isn't really a deck anymore, so it's probably just for like Storm. 3 copies of Flickerwisp that we can flicker the Overlord with, and then 1 Skyclave, 1 Boggart as an MDFC. 4 copies of Wish Enchanter, also an MDFC. Then we got our Solitudes over here. Mana base wise, Bleachbone Verges, we got some Flooded Strands, some Marsh Flats, a couple Godless Shrines, a couple Plains, a couple of Shadowy Backstreets, 1 Swamp, and the rest are MDFCs. Sideboard wise, 1 copy of Deafening Silence, 2 Stop the Storm matchup, 1 Chant for similar reasons, 1 copy of Celestial Purge for killing Catcher Motion Friends. Also, I guess eggs like Goblin Bombardment, Inflation, those matchups. A couple copies of Wider Competitor for the Eldrazi, 1 additional Aven Interrupter for Storm, a March for the Mirror, a couple copies of Wrath Disguise for Energy, 1 Fatal Push, 1 Thoughtseize. Fatal Push, probably good against Energy in the Mirror as well. 1 Thoughtseize for some hand disruption against Belcher and friends. Additional Orcish Bowmasters, can't talk today. Toxic Deluge also for sweeping up energy, and then a couple copies of Vindicate for Eldrazi as well. It can blow up a land that has Utopia Sprawl on it. Darkness. All right. Jeremy. Chop chop. Lights off. All right, we got lights off. Very nice. This hand's actually pretty good. Not bad. It's got the dog. It's got the Overlord. What more could we want? All right, we got 1 back on, 2 back on. Nice. Change color. Change color. Ah. Red light dingo indeed. Holy schmoly. It's like I'm developing film in here. Anybody else developing film? Yeah, can you add a flashlight below your chin? I could do that. Ooh. Today we are going to tell the spooky ghost story tales of not hitting your second land drop on a mulligan to 5. Arguably the scariest thing in all of Magic. I don't know what's going on here anymore. I wish I knew. I'm just here for the ride. Okay, and mold of 5. Man. Vivid, thank you for the 31 months. I appreciate you. By the way, chat, how's the echo today? Is it any better? I moved the microphone like closer to me. I'm not sure if that's helping in the echo department at all. I'm gonna flash in the dog while they're tapped out here so I don't get spell snared. They have removal, it's fine. No echo? That's cool. Love to hear it. They counter Overlord, probably. Might as well go for it though. I have a second one as a backup. They either kill the Phelia or they're gonna counter the Overlord. Counters the Overlord. Let's do a little surveilling. That's another Overlord. I'll leave it on top. Next turn we can go Overlord and Overlord maybe. The dog has no toys to blink. That's so sad. Yeah, we can get an improv game of red light, green light. Where every time the lights turn green is the only time I can take a game action. Proud. Think they have Fatal Push? What's up, Belfie? Good seeing you this past weekend. Overlord. Recruiter or Boggart? Let's take Recruiter. I did break Jeremy's table. Fatal push. Sad. Sad, sad days. I'm just flashing Bowmasters now. What's up, Torborg? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna Bowmaster now with her tapped out, which might be wrong. At least make some Ether Graveyard for Psychic Frog here. Or the Bowmaster my Bowmaster and make me sad. Hmm. Well, I could Recruiter up Solitude and kill this frog. Not sure that's super great. I could just try to hardcast Overlord if they miss their land drop here. So I don't think they have a 1-mana answer to a hardcast Overlord. They do. They could have Counterspell here. But maybe it's Murktide? I don't know. They can't play Murktide. Second Frog. That's a lot of frogs. We just drew a Solitude. Hmm. I could Solitude both frogs here. Impending this Overlord. Actually, no, I take it back. Let's Solitude first. And then we're going to Impending this Overlord, see if we can hit Flickerwisp. If not, I can just pick up Solitude again. I hit Emperor Bones. Hmm. This is interesting. I could try to take Solitude and play the long game. It's like Solitude's other frog. I could take Emperor Bones. That seems not the worst either. Eat a card out of the graveyard. But it's more susceptible to removal. I really wish I hit Flickerwisp here. It would have made things a lot easier. I'm gonna Solitude this other frog. I don't know if this is correct, but we're gonna play the long game. Try to get these Overlords off of Impending. I just get beaten down by his Bowmaster too quickly, though. Gotta wait 3 and 4 turns, respectively. Let's see what we can do. E Delta. I'll take 1. I'm gonna play this land because we can Surveil with it at end step. They put 1 card on top of their Surveil, so probably gonna be something pretty decent. Probably another piece of pressure. Sinks my token. Murktide? Yeah, it's Murktide. Alright, we're gonna Surveil for something good here. Like a Solitude. That's a beefy Murktide. Moin God. 6/6 Mercantile. Patch up a Shadowy Backstreet, Emperor Bones. We'll leave that on top. I'm pretty sure it's not going to resolve. If it does, that'd be cool. Florian, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream, Florian. Thank you. I'm going to target Solitude, I think. Don't kill it. Maybe just wait and maybe set up for an opportunity to double activate if they don't have Fatal Push. Hey, it takes 6 for now. Doesn't seem like they actually have an answer to this Emperor Bones. Alright, I think it's time to double activate. What's up, Anya? How you doing? Hey, Solitude's coming through. Must they have main deck consign? That'd be kind of a beat if they did have main deck consign. Let's attack for 4. I am the Bone Zone. Bone Zone and I, we are one and the same. See you later, Solitude. It's been real. When I swing the Emperor, I want to keep it back so I don't get smacked by these Bowmasters. I'm pretty low, right? Maybe I could try to raise, but they like this chump blocks super well. Hmm. Alright, now I'm more inclined to swing with the Emperor Bones. I kind of figured they had an answer to the Overlord. Oh, they just scooped. Alright. I kind of figured they had an answer to the Overlord that they were sandbagging, maybe. And they did. Alright. Blue black. Celestial Purge could be okay for dealing with frogs, but I'm not sure I really need it. Vindicate could kill a Murktide, so maybe I want a couple of Vindicates, even though it's kind of a bad answer to Murktide. Take the 1 copy of Snot Sneeze, an additional Bowboy. I'm not a huge fan of Aven Interrupter. Sometimes it could be really good, most of the time I think it's bad. I'm a Skyclave, even though it does answer Frog. I think they got the White Orchid Phantom as well. Unamas. This is tough. Maybe it's an Ephemerate. No, Ephemerate's really good though. I could play 1 Vindicate. Let's play 1 Indicate. If you had your most important modern tournament tomorrow, what deck would you bring? Probably Mardu Energy. I'm pretty high on Mardu Energy right now. I think it has a good matchup against Boros Energy, which is why I'm so high on it. I think it does quite well into Boros Energy. Indicate. Target permanent. I think Boros Energy is probably going to be the most popular deck in any given tournament at this point. I don't think I can keep this. It's a 1-lander. I could try, but I'm going to ship it. Let's try to be disciplined and less greedy today than we normally are. I think any deck that has like a pretty reasonable energy matchup is at least somewhat viable right now. I just realized I'm tilted, dingo. That's okay. I'm a little tilted. All right, I'm gonna lose this Tameo, I think, because I didn't keep that Fatal Push hand. Rogue. I gotta find a Solitude here. Not Solitude. Solitude. Fatal Push. Sadly, I think we just have to kill this frog and pass. Not the most exciting turn. Not mana efficient either. But I think if the frog connects, I will die. Another one. Well, I think I gotta indicate the frog. Same reason as last turn. If that frog connects, I will die. Indicate. Target frog. Don't spell pierce me. Okay, they're not spell piercing me. Being mana inefficient is like one of the worst feelings. Top 5 worst feeling. Top 4 worst feeling, hitting the driving range dividers. I wouldn't know. I do meddler. They took my Ephemerate. I think I'm just jamming both of my cards right now. I think sorcery speeding these right now could be potentially very good or very bad. What's up, Secret Vape? The Bow Boys. Yeah, that's not great for me. That's also not great for me. Well, shit. Ephemerate. I guess I get my extra 2/2 here. I have to kill a clue token also. Take that, clue token. Draws a card. Casts Preordain. Flips the tomato. So they plus this. What can I do? Tap Sporific. I could actually Stone Rain them if I wanted to. If I flicker the Tameo, it just flips back. Not sure how good that is. I think I just untap. Top deck Vial, not great. See if they want to double block. I think it's fine. Just kill the Bowmaster. I mean, once again, past the turn. I don't feel like ephemerating this Flickerwisp is very much value at all. I would get them to spend like a removal spell. Draws a card. Maybe they're thinking about casting Fatal Push. Another one. Alright, I think we're dead. The frogs and the Tamios were a lot to deal with. Another one. So even if I did flicker that Shadowy Backstreet, we had an Aether Vial under the Aether Vial. I think this Tamio is gonna. Yep, still at Jebby's house. I'm flying to Portland tomorrow. So no stream tomorrow, chat, but I'll be back on Thursday to do a stream from my uncle's house instead. Uncle Jeb. Not quite Uncle Jeb. Alright, let's take a look at their hand and then concede. Let's see if they brought in Harbinger of the Seas. That'd be good to know. Chase the Mind Sculptor, Kaito, Spell Snare. Oh. Or maybe Skyclave Apparition is not so bad. Hmm. Yeah, I've been to Portland once before or twice before now. One time I went though, I had sushi with my uncle and I immediately got food poisoning. Even though it was some of the best sushi I've ever had. Maybe Indicate's bad. I don't want Indicate on the play. Let's bring this other Fatal Push. Drop a Recruiter. I'd get it again. It was worth it. Worth the pain and the suffering. I think I had a mulligan in this hand. It's so close if it just had lands. Another one lander. Cool Portland or hipster Portland? I think it's hipster Portland. I don't know what the difference is. I'm going to 5. Okay, this one has 2 lands at least. Tide Peacock. This doesn't really play into my curve super well, but it does make my stuff uncounterable. I'm gonna leave it on top, which might be wrong. Wow, I'm really surprised they didn't take my land. Oh, they were gonna take my land. There are 3 Portlands. Okay, I didn't realize there's so many Portlands. My bad. I guess I wasn't in the know. I'm surprised there isn't. Puts one on top. Well, at least they don't have a Tameo. Glass half full. No Tameo yet. Which Enchanter? Fortlands. Cleaned dust on the Thoughtseize. I like to flash in the dog. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye, Flickerwisp. All my things and stuff. So I got double Thoughtseize on a mulligan to 5. Yeah, this is fine. Well, I mean, it might actually be fine if they have no pressure to follow it up with. That's pretty good, though. Top deck. Not Aether Vial. Not land, not Aether Vial. You know what? I'll take it. Not out of this game quite yet. Approaching out of this game territory. That's right. It's streaming from 20 years in the past, LGS. Shadowmoor, Betrayers of Kamigawa, Eventide, and Guild Pack just came out. Time to celebrate. I guess they don't have a Murktide. That's Thoughtseize. Flashing in the T is a clock. Fatal push, fatal push, fatal push, shoot the sheriff. Okay. Well, I best not play a creature with CMC less than 4. Or 5, I guess. And you'll always know now. I think so. Always know, always yield, no. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good in the hand of fatal push, fatal push, fatal push. I'm gonna leave him with Spell Snare, Counterspell versus Frog, Scalding Tarn. Kind of curious to see which one they take. I'm not sure Spell Snare, Counterspell does all that much when I have an Aether Vial out. Yeah, they took Frog Land. Kind of glad I don't have to deal with Spell Snare, Counterspell though. Might have been pretty good since this Aether Vial is stuck on 5. Yeah, the Subtlety's got a legendary border also. And they have a ring. Oh, they didn't play Frog. That's surprising that they didn't play Frog. Maybe they have another Subtlety? I have two answers to the Frog, which is kind of nice. What is this? No, I haven't. It's on my list of things to try, though. Oh, it's a Flashback Clean Dust. Yeah, sure. I guess that makes sense. It's a reason not to play the Frog. Forgot they had to clean the dust in the graveyard, to be honest. We'll probably play that list either this week or next week. Probably this week. Frog. Murktide? Oh, you hate to see the 8/8 Murktide here. I'm gonna push the Frog in response. 6/6 Murktide. Then grow with Clean the Dust also. Solitude, please. Fatal push. Man, I wish I had that indicate now. Clean the Dust is gonna exile 4 spells and grow this to a 10/10. I don't think I'm beating that. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think we're gonna beat that. Oh, it's second Murktide? Oh no, they're clinging. Oh, it actually goes to a 11/11? I must have missed something here. I guess the cling sees itself leave the graveyard too. That's what it is. The cling sees itself leave the graveyard. Well, I go to 7. And I have 1 draw step to draw an answer to this Murktide. Okay. We've died. Rip. Murktide broken. And seems okay. Honestly, I think it was a pretty good game considering mulligan to 5. It was a rough mulligan. Rough 2 opening hands. DR Sizzle. High prowess. Go Surveillance. Oh boy. Boggart. Oh, we'll pen this, see if we can find Bowmaster. And Emperor Bones. Not bad against the RCA. You can play any amount of Solitudes. How many would you play in this list? I'd probably play like 6. Would be the right amount of Solitude, I think. I think Solitude's probably the best card in this deck. Slick Shot. Tax me for 2. Oh, hey, it's Solitude. I mean, Solitude is what makes this deck good against creature decks, right? Which is one of the... It's the main appeal playing this deck is that it's just good against other creature decks. I was hoping to queue into more energy and less blue-black, but you should have a good blue-black matchup too. With Aether Vials. And I'm only going to 5 and got double Thoughtseize. Is this the worst matchup? I think Prowse is a bad matchup for this deck. That could be good. Maybe Steel Cutter's just too hard to deal with. But I kind of feel like you can go over the top of, Steel Cutter. For 3 first strike flying. Yep. I think Eldrazi's worse. I think beating Ugin is like impossible. Not impossible, but unlikely. Let's grab Swamp. I think I'm gonna Emperor Bones back Boggart Trawler. 35% win rate. Kind of crazy. I didn't know that. In theory, it doesn't seem like it should be a bad matchup. I guess they're just faster. Maybe that's for the Ketramos version, though. It seems like Ketramos would be really bad against Izzet, unless you could turn it on. I also think Black-White really struggles against Affinity. Kappa Cannon is really hard to get rid of. You have to like Solitude it and pay the war for. You also have to be able to deal with Emery and Tamio. I'll probably Solitude and the Slick Shot show off to survive. I haven't played a lot of Black-White lately. I've been kind of off the deck. Not sure it's that good. I do think Mardu Energy is good though. When you just throw like a Johnny and Goblin Bombardment in these lists, I think it gets a lot better. And Guide Pride. Sometimes Affinity gets set up too quickly. Because you don't have energy synergies in the deck, Wrath of the Skies is kind of unreliable sometimes. You have to get rid of an Emery, like you have to Wrath for 3, so you're waiting until turn 5, and then they can get the Cap Cannoneer down. Doesn't always catch everything you want it to catch. Grow, Slick Shot, grow. Mutagenic. I think I want them to waste more resources on the Slick Shot before I Solitude it. Lava Dart. Scoops to the Solitude. That's pretty funny. Okay, well, I guess Prowess, Wrath, this guy seems pretty good. March. Toxic Deluge is risky. So maybe we don't want Toxic Deluge. I kind of like White Orchid Phantom just as a 2/2 first strike blocker. I don't hate the Deafening Silence either. Fatal Push is obviously good. Thoughtseize seems poor. Bowmasters could be okay. Emperor Bone's a little slow. Aven Interrupter seems bad. I honestly think the Recruiter, the guards are pretty bad too. And then maybe one Witch Enchanter. Drop a Witch Enchanter. Try like that. Okie dokie. I've got the White Orchid Phantom. Let's give it a shot. I think the White Orchid Phantom could actually be really good here. It doesn't block a DRC, which is kind of awkward. Assuming it has Delirium. Hey, but we can push it. Leave that one on top. How you doing, Cabs? Uh-oh. Hey, I'm cutting over here. Let's deploy the White Orchid Phantom. Let's take out the Fiery Islet. Having a blocker for 2/2 this or 1/1 this seems okay. Can't really get rid of the Steel Cutter right now. And the only other thing I could do that would be like impending the Overlord or Fatal Push. Impending the Overlord doesn't really defend me at all. Well, uh-oh. A lot of things and stuff. Blood Maw. you seen the Stoneblade deck that won the challenge? I have not. I didn't know Stoneblade was still winning things in this current day and age. I think I'm just redeploying this White Orchid Phantom. More than likely. Oh, oh 07. See you in 12 hours, buddy. I hope it was worth it. Bowmasters might actually be better. Let's kill a DRC. Although they kept something on top. I think because they kept something on top, deploying the White Orchid Phantom and then Stone Raining them, forcing them to shuffle is probably a little bit better than deploying the Bowmaster here. I don't know. Red. Plus the Slick Shot show off. Am I gonna get the Bowmaster? But I just got to kill a Swift Spear for free. The value. I want to save this Fatal Push in my hand for as long as possible. Second Bowmaster, not bad either. I'm gonna take this opportunity to Bowmaster one of these. No, that's Juju Bean, not Senior Bean. Or Sir Bean, maybe. Max a fetch. I don't think they have any Surveils. Wow, they do have a Surveil. I didn't know that Prowess started playing Surveil. Probably one max, if I had to guess. Let's Skyclave take this here Steel Cutter. Alrighty, your turn. They have a Slick Shot, and they have 2 cards in hand, and another Slick Shot. It's gonna go poorly for me. Yo, Overvoltage! Thank you for the Prime, the 35 months, and the 3.5 metric years. Holy schmoly, that's a lot of years. I think I'm like getting pretty close to dying here, especially since they just turned on Delirium. And let's Fatal Push the DRC. I'm at 4. Thanks, Purple Freedom Ninja. Appreciate it. I think we got to get back White Orchid Phantom. Have that as a blocker, and then if they maybe cast a cantrip, or you could take 2 Bowmasters, but I think the White Orchid Phantom's better. Take out their Steam Vents. They don't play that many basics, so we'll see how many they have left. We're dogging. I guess I could attack with this. If I draw a cantrip, I can kill a Slick Shot. If I draw a Lightning Bolt, I think I die. Another Slick Shot. Ouch. I go to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I should have held that. 6, 7, 8. I think I should impend this. Another White Orchid Phantom. Do I take and cast the White Orchid Phantom? Or do I just take a white card to pitch the Solitude? I think I take and cast the White Orchid Phantom and cut him off with blue mana. I'm still dead to Lava Dart. Not a haste creature though. Lightning Bolt obviously kills me. In my natural state, thriving, scuffed in my lane, winning the match. Woo! Doesn't seem too hard. I'll be back in a week. I'm on the road because I went to Hartford and now I'm going to a Pokemon regional over in Portland. I figured it was kind of pointless to go back home for like 2 days and then fly again. So just going straight to Portland and then back home. Ooh, we got the dog and the Overlord. Flooded Strand means it could be blue-black. Yeah, Hartford was enjoyable. Standard, not so much in terms of enjoyability. Is that a word? But the hangs were good. Watch her step downtown. Thank you. Fatal push. No, my dog. You give me channel points. I accept. Trade offer. You get sub. I receive channel points. I think they have a spell snare, so I'm just going to impend this Overlord instead of playing it as a spell snare. Yeah, I was reading some of the Final Fantasy cards. I really like the red-white one. That's like ooh, I can pick up a land drop here. Let's actually pick up a land drop. Let's take the Boggart Trawler. They tapped and pass. Maybe we can Flickerwisp maybe. Joshua. Yeah, the Phoenix. The card looks really good for standard Jeskai Oculus. Belvy, let me give you a sub. 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. Give to a specific viewer. Anna Heater Belfi. 1 sub to Belfi. Why am I playing Mill? I didn't even realize that. I wouldn't have played the Overlord if I knew they were playing Mill. Oops. I thought they were playing Blue Black Frog. That might be an issue. I think this deck is a really poor Mill matchup, so see how this goes. Our fastest clock mills us for 4 every time we attack. I cast a Richard type. I think he's from a Final Fantasy game. I haven't played it more than Final Fantasy VII Remake, so well, technically I played Crisis Core on the PSP, but I don't think Crisis Core on the PSP really counts as a Final Fantasy game. I'm gonna do something controversial. I'm gonna Flickerwisp my Overlord. Maybe I should just Flickerwisp the Boggart Bog and try attacking for 6 every turn until they die, instead of 8. But 8 might be a 2-turn clock here. I think we just pick up a Witch Enchanter. Just pick up our land drop. Bowmaster's another point. Yeah, I can maybe get this into a 2-turn clock. Because Bowmaster will add a point, Emperor Bones will add a few points too. But that involves them not killing me and not having crabs as blockers. Oh god. Crabs. I think Solitude and Solitude one of the crabs. Why would you surgical my Witch Enchanter? I needed that for a land drop. Not cool, Whitco. Ooh, Ephemerate. How does that change things? I guess I attack with both and I Solitude Ephemerate these crabs. I think that's what must be done. Pitch Recruiter the guard, kind of useless. Exile the Krabby. Ephemerate, exile the Krabby. I think we just pass the Bowmasters. We already have lethal on board. Mills me for another 3. And passes. I can try to pick up another Solitude here. Oh, they just scoop. Very nice. Bowmaster. Fatal Push seems okay. I could take an extra Aven Interrupter, where it's actually kind of good in the matchup. Extra Thoughtseize seems fine. I don't think we board anything out. Could board out Overlord. Just not play with that card because it's such a detriment. I also want an answer to Ensnaring Bridge, so let's take one March for Ensnaring Bridge and for the crabs. I like that. See if we can get this game 2. Where's game 2? Crab. That's pretty good. I think we're just gonna push the crab. That was against something else, chat. Yeah, mill players and any of their name in 2. Name a more iconic duo. Let's crack this fetch. Hope they don't have Archive Trap. Looks like they take a pretty heavy mulligan. I mean, to yield until here. Mill makes me sad too. Tasha's? Tasha's hits 12 cards. Not a lot. Oh, yeah. Sadly, we don't have a very good clock against them. It's just dog. We have another dog out of the Ephemerate, so we could save the dogs. Tasha's. 12 more. 13. 26 left. Probably gonna surveil this on top as well, because it's just gonna get milled. Kind of thinning the deck of tap lands while we can. I'm gonna hold on to Skyclave as well. I could deploy this at 2/2 clock. I think it's better to try to catch a crab with it. Gotta go crab catching. Mills me for 10. Hmm. I'm at 13. I don't even think I have a land left, probably. Here's what I think we're gonna do. I don't think I can get lethal on the table, can I? It's 2, 4, 7. Damn. I have Crypt Incursion. They're at 32. Yeah, it might be rough. Might be rough to get lethal on the table now. Honest to God, Crabvine. I played against somebody at Hunter Burton and I lost to them when they were on Crabvine as well. I think that was like 2 years ago. I'm probably dead, yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna deal 32 damage to them. Start by taking the crab though. I do 7 a turn. Max. That's 4 turns. They're gonna dodge 4 draw steps worth of mill spells. Yeah, pretty easy loss, I think. I'll have to try. They're sinking it, so I'm gonna evoke it again. I'm gonna Ephemerate. Alright, 4 turn clock online. No rebound. Another Solitude. That changed the clock? They go to 21. This is 7 plus 3, 10. No. I think that means I don't deploy it. They kept 1 card on top. Hmm. That can't be good for me. Wow. Or you know what? I should deploy the Solitude. That Aven Interrupter would have been lethal. Damn. Punished because math. We did the math and we still got punished. All right, what can I draw? Ephemerate, another Aven Interrupter, Aether Vial. Okay, we should have flashed in the Solitude. Holding the Solitude does pretty much nothing. Lesson learned. That seems alright. I'm gonna fetch now. Play around Archive Trap to the best of my abilities. It's gonna leave whatever that is on top too. Yeah, I guess they can't block with the crab, but they did surveil on top, so. Kill Le Crab. Um, good recruiter for Solitude and kill the crab. Should have fetched also, because I'm already searching my deck anyways. Recruiter is a slow clock, but I think getting rid of this crab is kind of important. I also should have fetched in response to me tutoring with Recruiter. I could also like Emperor Bone Solitude or Boggart Trawler. Glimpse, mill me for 10. Flickerwisp. So we can get back with the Bone Zone here. Maybe I put Aven Interrupter underneath. Is this target player's graveyard? I'll take Boggart Trawler. I like taking the Boggart Trawler. Let me just exile my own graveyard. Oh no, you're killing my Emperor Bones. Don't do it. Don't Doomwake. Favor the right Doomwake. They're returning their land back to their hand. Okay. Let's also deploy this Aether Vial, I guess. No, I should actually leave up the Boggart Trawler in case they have Crypt Incursion. Is that right? Maybe I should just attack the Boggart Trawler. Hmm. Let me just pass. I don't want to die to Crypt Incursion. I think I just end step the Emperor Bones activation, probably. I'll do it now. But I'm gonna exile my own graveyard. One, so that way they can't Ancestral. And two, so that way they can't Crypt Incursion for 1,000,000. My clock is really slow at the moment, though. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what a Doomwake is either. What should I be tutoring for? Oh, they're gonna surgical me. They're gonna search a white Orchid Phantom. Interesting. Okay. I mean, it's already two in my graveyard. I think I'm supposed to tutor up another Emperor Bones. Maybe. I have a couple options. I could hold up Fatal Push for a crab, or I could just deploy the Aether Vial finally. Either way, let's get him for a 1 point of damage. Oh yeah. Deploy the Aether Vial. Pass. Go grab Emperor Bones if I still have one. We do. Bridge. Hmm. I can go get Recruiter with Emperor Bones. Attack them for 2 and then go tutor out Witch Enchanter. Or just another Flickerwisp, I guess. Phelia can't attack. I'm supposed to do that. Witch Enchanter or Flickerwisp? Um, Maybe Flickerwisp is better. Let's do the math. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. Almost on a 2-turn clock. Maybe the big brain play was go get Emperor of Bones. Then if they mill me, it's kind of an interesting play too. If they mill me, I hit like Witch Enchanter that I can just kill them. Well, what if I just drew another Witch Enchanter? Anyways. No. Got him locked? No. I'm gonna take the Witch Enchanter out of my graveyard and put it under the Emperor Bones. That way they can't surgical it off the top. Just in case they end up drawing surgical. Or extirpate. Preordain. One top, one bottom. It's a crab. Mill me for 3. Cracks the fetch, and this is where I hit the Fatal Push. Then we can Witch Enchanter, blow this up, hit him down to 1, I think. If they find a mill 17 off the top, I am dead. Fatal Push. I don't know if this really matters either. Exile Solitude. One life to dream. Yeah, I think exiling the creatures from my yard is probably better too, in case they top that Crypt Incursion. Did we do it? Are we in there? Another Ensnaring Bridge would be a pain in the ass as well. Shelllock Isle. Alright, we did it. Alright, right click attack all. Give me that glimpse the unthinkable. We don't stand Ensnaring Bridge here. We're at 2-1 though. And it's only taken like an hour and a half. This is like the slowest deck of all time. 1.5 hours, 3 matches completed. Yeah, the Catchermost version is. I think it's worse. I think it's better against certain decks, but it's much worse against like Eldrazi or anything remotely fast. Speaking of Eldrazi, what's up, Devour? I don't need to shockingly go Fatal Push against Eldrazi. I miss Savage Knuckleblade. That card needed to be carried by Kozilek's Command. But Kozilek's Command is so good it can kind of carry Savage Knuckleblade and pretty much any other unplayable 3-drop. I'm looking at you, Matter Shaper. What did they exile? Line Breaker sowing Microspawn Thoughtnuts here. Looks like Eldrazi aggro. We're probably a little bit better against the aggro version. Let's pick up between Emperor Bones and Boggart Trawler. Let's take Emperor Bones. And then when we Witch Enchanter, Flickerwisp, the Overlord, then we can pick up the other one. Chalice. Indubitably. I will not be able to Fatal Push nor Ephemerate this game, unless I wanted to blink their Chalice. Or blink the Witch Enchanter and then kill the Chalice, but I still think blinking the Overlord's probably better. Let me just go get Boggart Trawler. Then we could use Emperor Bones to return Phelia, Flicker the Chalice. Well, let's depend on if they thought not to me or not. Yep, Fleshraker. Let's a Fleshraker go. Bones. I think we Phelia. Attack. I could Flicker Wisp and then Flicker Phelia. It's not a bad line, but I also lose 3 points of damage here. And it also doesn't work super great if they block Phelia, but I don't think I care if they block Phelia. They don't hate getting rid of the Chalice either. I can get rid of the Chalice. And Solitude him. I think we got to get rid of this Fleshraker. Get rid of Recruiter. I have a Chalice on 0. Hey, Xenomon. You been up to any mysterious and potentially good brews. I feel like I saw your name on something spicy recently. Can't quite put my finger on it though. I want to say it wasn't Neo Brand because that was Dom. What spicy thing did you do? I don't want to do this. Every deck's bad era. No. That's the worst era. 5, 9, 12. So I have lethal. If I can trigger revolt. Idea. Idea time. We target whatever. Who cares? I attack with everything. I get back Solitude. I Solitude pitch Phelia. Evoke nothing. Let it die. Fatal push here. Fatal push here. Bada bing, bada boom. You got yourself a spicy Xaxes. Vindicate in. White Orchid Phantom in. Uh, Aven Interrupter could be good. No, I don't know if Fatal Push is good. I think I want to actually cut a Fatal Push. It is aggro Eldrazi, so it's better against aggro Eldrazi than normal Eldrazi by a mile. But I'm still not sure it's that good. Bowmasters is probably not that good either. Skyclave is probably better against the aggro version as well. Yeah. Turn 1, Eye of Ugin, Mimic, Mimic, Mimic. Pass, turn 2, Eldrazi Temple, Thought Not Seer, attack you for 12. Look at your hand also. Turn 3, Reality Smasher, attack you for 19. That was gross. Maybe I don't want Aether Vial. Try cutting Aether Vial. A little crazy. We're gonna extra Fatal Push and cut the last Aether Vial. Let's do something highly experimental for science. Turn 2, Exile Simian Spirit Guide, Smasher hit for 20. Yeah. Man, that format was something else. What's the reason for this deck cutting Relic plus Ketramos? Ketramos just isn't good in a lot of matchups, I don't think. I'm a kind of a Ketramos hater. I was high on that card at first, but I think playing with it more has just made me a Ketramos hater. I think it's so slow. Modern awoke. I think it's good against decks like Energy, but I'm not sure it's that good against decks like Energy. That's even worth like make yourself bad in a lot of combo matchups to play it. People say it's good against Eldrazi, but I think it's not. I don't think it's good against Eldrazi either. I don't know. The only one I've seen that consistently wins with that package is McWin Sauce. But I feel like you can give that man a ham sandwich and he'll like win a challenge with it. 5-0 league with it. Um, I actually think I want this. Should I just indicate E-Temple? Indicating something without pressure feels pretty bad. I could wait and then like indicate this and then Thoughtseize it when they bounce back to their hand. I think I just want to take out the E-Temple. It's not great to do without pressure though. Feels kind of bad. Yeah, ham sandwich should be the final print in Final Fantasy. We got instant ramen and ham sandwich, baby. I almost hard cast this in a turn. But I kind of want to impend and see what we get. Let's impend. See if we can find a 2-drop like a White Orchid Phantom. No White Orchid Phantom, but a Dog. Constellation Dog. We got 5 mana, almost 6, so they can cast Devour pretty soon. Well, now it's pretty soon. Here's Devour. Oh, it's Sire of the Seven Deaths. Yeah. I think that's actually better for me. Dog. Yeah, I am going to pay Ward 7. It's not going to feel great. I'm trying to decide if I want to evoke this Solitude, if I want to hardcast it. Hardcasting it's probably better, right? I don't think I'm going to get anything super relevant off of End Step Overlord coming back. Let's just hardcast it. Ow. I could pick the Solitude back up if I did evoke it. Which is kind of appealing. Bones, Boggart, Flickerwisp, Bones. Take the Flickerwisp. Bones is also a pretty good consideration. Ghost Quarter. Flesh Raker. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Torpor Orb. I'm actually very much in danger. I could flicker the Torpor Orb with the dog. Maybe we're fine. Never mind. Pain and suffering. Now we're fine. Are we fine? I don't know if we're fine. Better get Devourer back. Well, first things first, I think we just attack. If we want to play Emperor Bones first, could take another Solitude, Flickerwisp. I think we just take the dog, though. Could do a little post-combat Flickerwisp. And just pass. Flash in the dog. Flickerwisp is just a decent blocker. They might devour it. You see the spoilers today? Yeah, whenever you mill a card, you mill 4 more. This isn't a 4-drop, so I don't know. There's probably gonna be like a slow mill deck that's like tap target opponent mills 1, and that turns into target opponent mills 5. Something like that, if I had to guess. Mesmeric Orb. Oh, because each one is a separate trigger, right? So if you have Mesmeric Orb plus that card out, don't you just like insta win? It's like untap my land, I mill 5. If I'm understanding how these work correctly. Yep, my chances of being milled at the Pro Tour do increase. Great Hachimachi. Indicate. I think I just indicate Devour. Halo music? I take Devour. I'm on the road. This is my a mobile stream setup. I take Devour, I attack. I think it forces a chump block. You play golf? I used to play golf in high school. Spoiler alert, I'm washed. Yep, force block. Now I'm at 8. They have an empty board. I don't really care about this torp board, but I have a huge board state. Seems good. Unless they always dust me. If they always dust me, well. Well. Oh no. It's a sire. Well. I actually flicker that one with the dog. Maybe it's Devour. Oh, it's cake. It's just a lot of cake. Oh, good. 5 blockers. My favorite. Do you think Neoform is good in the current modern meta? Kinda, yeah. It's just another deck that just kills people. It's hard to interact with. Boros Energy can't do anything about it. Seems like a fine deck. I don't think it's any better than like Storm or Belcher. I think it's reasonable. It's another Kozilek's command. Think a ham sandwich is good in the current meta? Depends on what you put on it. Could be. Hmm. Yeah, I did do the RC. I lost to Omni and then Prowess twice on day one, so I min day two at 6-3. And then day two, I went 0-3 against Prowess. Feels good, man. They forgot to sack the spawns. They gave me 3 life. I played Omni. I didn't want to play Prowess Mirrors again for an entire tournament. Uh-oh. You know, they're just dead, right? Just flicker it with dog. Alright. Jeez. I'd be sad if that were the case, but I could see it. Time to play Black White Alonda. There's a penalty if I lose. Why? Yeah, if my opponent sacked the spawn and left me at 6, I think I actually lose that. %60 is generous. You think it's 75%? I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be the #1 deck to beat also. Um, we're gonna play this instead of the Surveil. That I can Dowg. I think Modern Prowess, I think it's a very good deck. I don't think the Jeskai Narset version is very good. I don't know. It's probably good. I just don't like it because I don't like red, white, blue cards in my Urza Saga deck. I have not had very much success in casting them because I have Urza Saga on the table pretty much all the time. Rebuke, no. It felt pretty clunky. I guess I have Violent Emperor Bones. I could take Phelia. And then end step I can activate it. Although they have this Aether Spellbomb now. I can't even activate Urza Saga. Esper Sentinel. Alright, we're gonna do some cool stuff this turn. Oh! Oh, what a draw. Alright. Well, let's do this. Return Emperor Bones. Go to combat. Take their Metallic Rebuke. Attack with both. Flicker the Overlord. End step. I could either flicker the dog and keep my dog, or I could flicker their blue source here so they can't Aether Spell bomb me unless they go get Mox Opal. I guess I could just do it at end step. It's probably better to flicker the dog. Return to me, dog. Recruiter or Aven Interrupter? Let's take Recruiter. I think my board state's pretty unbeatable for them. Maybe they need a little Aether Vial. I don't know if that's good. This is Value Town to the extreme. They looked at their Urza Saga targets and said, I scoop. Let's take Wrath of the Skies, March. White Orchid Phantom seems okay. Fatal Push, maybe. Did you have Esper Sentinel? Bowman against all of the affinity draw spells seems good too. They might even be on Hammer. The ranged version of Hammer. Gotta keep that in mind too, because Esper Sentinel is not super common in Affinity. I'll drop Aether Vial from Marine and Wrath Disguised and Friends. Yeah, let's drop the Aether Vials. Let's drop the Recruiters. I think the rest of our stuff is just pretty good. The draw and cast. I do think it's Affinity now. Definitely not Hammer, I don't think. But the Corey Hammer deck today. It seems kind of real. As real as Hammer's gonna get in Modern anyways. Podcast. I wish I had a bow boy. Should we push this Haywire Mite? Maybe get him to spend the Welding Jar. Let's do it. Squash that bug. Hides the bug in a jar. Flickerwisp. I don't think I hate another Flickerwisp. Target one of their lands. Indestructible, indestructible. Pass. I'm actually gonna graveyard this. I don't think I need a second one. It's kind of tempting though. They would play a White Orchid Phantom target. But getting a Bowmaster would be better. I am scared. Very scared. White Orchid Phantom, your Spire of Industry. See if they get their one island. I imagine they only have like one island. Plains. What? Maybe throw in the banners a build. Could very well be. Excuse me. Could very well be. Another Thought Monitor. I still don't know what they're playing. True, I could have Flickerwisp the Thought Monitor. You were told to come here for lantern control gameplay? Sorry, I don't do that. Whoever told you that is gaslighting. I know exactly who told you that too. Timmy! It was Zeriak? Getting gaslit by two people? I could Solitude a Thought Monitor and then Emperor of Bones back to Solitude and then Solitude the other Thought Monitor. They have 6 cards in hand. I don't know how good that is. You're hoping to see the coolest, best, and most fun deck in Modern? What is this propaganda? I don't understand what's happening. Is this Timmy's alternate account? I unfortunately found Timmy at the RC. Alrighty. He did give me free sleeves, but at what cost? It wasn't free. It's mentally taxing on me to hear when lantern control every single day for the past like year and a half. Moxopal. Can you stop with the thought monitors? I don't appreciate this. Where are the bow boys? Where are my archer friends? I've said at least 100 of those. Not a good draw. I think I'm dead. Let's take their ingenious smith. Just to stick it to him. I could just pass with the Aven Interrupter. Witch Patch? By Bone Zone. Yeah, let's just pass the Aven Interrupter. I think we are wildly dead this game, though. They have 5 cards in hand to my 2. Turns out playing a lot of Pot of Greeds will get it done. 2/2 Pot of Greed. Aven Interrupter. I choose you. Metallic Rebuke. I give up. I needed the Bowmaster or Wrath Disguise. Preferably a Bowmaster. Could take another Thoughtseize also. Or maybe an Emperor Bones. Actually, I don't know how good Aven Interrupter is. Might be worse than Emperor Bones. I think it's a keeper. It's got a copy of Orcish Bowmasters. That's all I've ever wanted. Relic. Interesting that they're playing Relic still. Mill until new deck? What does that mean? There's a dog on top for sure. So I'm gonna go dog and Overlord. Really surprised the Relic's still in though. I don't think Relic's very good against Dawgmoth, as it often plays its own Relics. Yeah, it feels pretty bad to Aven Interrupter most of the time. Hmm. Certainly nobody in my chat would suggest Lantern Control, would they? They might be on the dispatch to tap plan because they don't have 3. See if they have dispatch to tap. We want budget rats. Torben's alt account. I would like to mill cards. Emperor Bones or Solitude. Take Emperor Bones. Yep, dispatch to tap. It's a classic plan. And a portable hole. It's messed up. Who's this Timmy imposter? Oh, that's Timmy on his mobile account, I think. Yeah. It's mobile Timmy. I choose you, Moth. Go out and venture in the world. Get yourself a nice Overlord to exile. That's what I'm saying. When are they gonna unban Deathrise Shaman? The best time to unban Deathrise Shaman was yesterday, and the second best time is right freaking now. Free Deathrise Shaman. It didn't do anything wrong. See if they make a construct here. Alright, I'm pushing it. Maybe not Simian Spirit Guide, but Deathrise Shaman's fine. If you free Simian Spirit Guide, guess what decks are gonna get better? That's right, it's Belcher. It's always Belcher. Damn. Well, I'm still gonna pop the thingy. Get back Witch Enchanter. And then we bolt in the Witch Enchanter, Flickerwisp the Witch Enchanter, pop the Urza Saga. Could also pop the portable. I think popping the Urza Saga is probably better. Gives them less stuff to work with. They have the Cappy Cannoneer, they got the Cappy Cannoneer. Dot Monitor. Do the energy mirrors take less time when they can board GTAM? Probably not. I think the mirror probably increases significantly, time-wise. I do that for one, I blow up most of their board. Well, alright. Sign me up. Kerblam. Concede. Alright. Nice little 4-1. This deck was pretty good. We didn't have a great start, but rallied off 4 in a row from there. Congrats, believers. Point and laugh at the doubters now. Anywho. Deck's solid. I don't know if the Aether Vial build is still where you want to be at, but the Phelia plus the Overlord is still very powerful. I kind of think it's just better. I think it's just better in the Energy Shell. I really do. I feel like Mardu Energy is underrated right now. Playing Guide and Pride in this black-white deck has felt pretty powerful to me, so that's what I expect to be for the upcoming Modern season.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.